Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Drifter from Team Legacy. Figured I'd make another video. I haven't posted one in a while, but kind of in a situation where I can't post as much or upload as much. Yeah, like shit just ain't going too good right now. I got a question on my YouTube the other day. It was about one of my viewers. He was like, bro, how TF do I drift so good? Honestly, man, the answer to that, man, is like car setup has a lot to do with it. And then, like, it might sound cliche, but just practice, bro. Like, seat time, man. Like, that's literally the thing with like real life. You know, like anything you do, man, like the more you do it, the more you practice it, the better you're gonna get at it. And for me, drifting, you know, like it's a passion. So I just play this game a lot, man, and you know, just practice a lot. But I'm gonna show you my car setup. I know I've shown it to y'all like quite a few times, but you know, it might have missed a video where I was showing it. So basically, you know, like spring length, I like my car being low, but I also like the fitment looking proper, you know, so like I don't like it glitching through the fenders or anything like that. Spring stiffness, I run about 175. Shock stiffness, pretty much a 70. The camber, to me, like I don't really like a shit ton of camber to where it looks stupid. So like, I guess it varies per car. Anti-roll bar, I normally run that shit at like a 145. Basically just prevents, you know, like the car from bouncing a lot. Caster, maxed out at 10. Ackerman anywhere between 45 to 50. And then max steering angle. As far as the wheels, like normally like 18, 245 up front, 265 in the back. You kind of mess around with that a little bit. Tire pressure about 165. Honestly, wheel adhesion should have been at 120. I don't know why that was so low. And then tire profile 35. Engine stats maxed all the way out. Transmission, I do not mess with that. And then front brake bias at 80%. And then that's pretty much it, yo. And then like I said, man, like just practice. Like I know there's a lot of people that have trouble, you know, like finding quote unquote the right lines. Like when you're first just starting off to drift, I would say like don't even worry about that, man. Like just try to get like your drift smooths and your transitions looking smooth, and then you can practice on the lines from there. Like I drift decent at this game, but like honest to God, like I suck at fucking tandem drifting because like I guess I just practice like a lot of the solo, you know, have been trying to practice a little bit, you know, like doing tandems, but honestly, man, you know, it's repetitions basically, you know, like I noticed a mistake that a lot of people make when drifting. Like I make mistakes as well, but like a huge mistake is like not wanting to initiate the drift before the turn, which is just going to mess up like the entire turn for like that particular drift or whatever. So like just get your car sideways before you get into the corner, and it'll help set up for like better angle, better drifts, whatnot like that. And then, you know, like you can just feather the gas and you start drifting out farther than you want to, tap the brake, you know, gain some angle or whatever, you know, and pull that car back into the apex of the turn, you know. And then also another thing, I'll show you with the 180 when I get done with this, because I'm decent with that car, but might sound weird as well, but like it actually helped me improve like my overall skills. Try drifting with like cockpit view with the camera that like the driver's head like actually turns or whatever. That does help. Drifted that out wide right there, but in to the inside turn so you can still set up for the next one. And if you're wondering, you know, like how I did like the 360 like entries and stuff like that, just practice, man. That and then like increasing your acronym from like that 45 to about like anywhere, depending on the car, I'd say between like a 65 to 75. Obviously, the higher you have it, the easier it is to like just loop the car around. But also keep in mind, the higher you have it, the harder it's going to make it to maintain, you know, like the angle that you want, you know, and drift properly without the car like just spinning out unintentionally. Kind of made a little mistake right there, but alright, so we'll switch to the 180 and then I can basically show y'all some tips with that, man. Like right now though, I ain't feeling too damn good, yo. Like having to stay, you know, at someone else's place right now, man. Like we had something happen at our place where we were staying. We're just waiting to get it fixed. My stepdad's in the hospital. He had his gallbladder removed and then had to go into like an assisted living place, you know, basically to heal up and whatnot. So he's gonna be away for a while and shit, and then had plans, you know, to like go to the drift event on Halloween. I'm still going, man. Like me, my sister, my mom, and my nephew, we're all still going. But I was supposed to be meeting one of my buddies there, but like supposedly he has to work that weekend, you know. So it's like, you know, all these plans, you know, and shit like that just keep falling apart, man. It's like not helping with the depression that I fucking go through. Trust me, it doesn't help. You know, it sucks, man. You know, being fucking bipolar, dealing with depression, PTSD, man, like all that shit, man. Like, yeah, it's not a good combination. But I'm gonna show y'all, man. Try to give y'all some tips on like cockpit drifting or whatever as well. Like I said, if you can try to practice in this, like it actually does help increase your skills. For some reason, like I don't know, or for me anyway, man. Like that's how I work. Like, you know, like I drifted in the cockpit view, and it seemed to help my overall skills. Like when I switched, you know, back to the normal view that I'm used to drifting in. So I do make a lot of mistakes though sometimes in cockpit, but this right here though, I feel like will probably help you with the lines a little bit more, because you can actually, you know, kind of see and get the feel, you know, for like the car kind of went out a little wide right there. But one of the biggest problems that I had with trying to learn how to drift in cockpit was I wasn't, I guess, drifting the car aggressive enough or whatever. So like I wasn't able to like maintain the drifts and stuff like that. And like one of the hardest things that I have issues with, you know, with drifting in cockpit is like trying to find the back of the car, you know, or whatever like that, you know, like when you're trying to get close up to those to the, you know, wall or whatever like that, you know, and give it that wall kiss or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, but I mean, you know, it's nothing complicated, you know, as far as like, you know, getting better. Like I said, man, just seat time, man. Just put the time in, man. You know, you're not gonna pick this game up, you know, and just automatically be good at it. Like it does take practice, man. Just like anything else, you know, like if you want to get good, you know, you gotta put that time in, man, and just play the game, you know. Like as you can see here, I have over 500 miles on this 180SX, man. Like you know, crazy amount of driving, you know, with this car, yo. It's like, so took that out a little too wide there, but like I said, man, you know, like you can always fix mistakes or whatever. And then like another recommendation, man, like it might sound stupid and it might be boring, but like, you know, if you get to a higher horsepower car and you're having trouble controlling it, you know, or drifting it, even with the setup that I run, like I literally run that setup on pretty much every car that I drift, you know, because like it just makes the car drift smooth and it makes it a lot easier. But so like I said, man, tips like initiate your drifts before the corner. Like that's going to help you, man. Like just watch your speed, you know, like don't try to overshoot into a turn or whatever, you know. And like I know it's kind of weird, you know, for like people that aren't used to drifting, you know, like getting the car to break traction and slide the rear out, man. Like I've tried to let my nephew play this game, you know, and he's kind of getting the hang of it, but you know, I felt like, you know, if I would have gave him, you know, maybe an hour, a couple of hours, you know, messing around, like he probably would have got the hang of it down, you know, decently to, you know, like, you know, get some drifts or whatever like that. But yeah, it's just, but you know, hopefully, man, like those tips help you, yo, and you know, you can actually learn something and improve, you know, on your drifting skills, yo. Like I said, you know, mainly it's the setup that I run, makes the car smooth, transition easily. It's pretty much, you know, just throttle control, brake control, you know, knowing when to initiate a drift, how fast to go around a corner, man. Like that's all things you learn, you know, through time, man, through that seat time, you know, and just practicing and stuff like that. You know, trust me, man, the more you play, the more you practice, your skills will improve. And before you know it, you know, you'll be sliding around like a professional. And I don't consider myself a professional, you know, like probably far from it, but you know, the more time you put into something, the better you're gonna get, you know. So just get out there, you know, and practice, man, and trust me, your skills will improve. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. Go ahead and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and I'll try to bring more content as soon as I can. Peace out.